Hi everyone, my name is Christopher Citos. I'm a lawyer in Miami, Florida, and today I'm going to be answering a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, how do you even become a lawyer? Your close-up? Hi, so Veru, why did you become a lawyer?
Hi. Well, I became a lawyer because I believe in justice. That's my reason.
Okay. So the first step to becoming a lawyer is deciding you want to actually be a lawyer. And I think it's really important the reasons you have for wanting to become a lawyer. You know, some people want to become a lawyer because of the money. Lawyers have a reputation for making a lot of money. Some people want to become a lawyer because of the power. A lot of people are afraid of lawyers. I mean, you get a letter in the mail from a lawyer, it's a scary thing. And other people want to get into law just because they love the idea of fighting for justice, and they like the idea of the legal system, and they really believe in it. So I think it's really important your reasons for getting into it. And I really do believe that if you're getting into it just for the money, you're not going to be happy in the long run, and it's not going to be as fulfilling of a career as you would hope it would be. So it's really important to get into the career that you want for a good reason. So the next step, once you decide you actually want to be a lawyer, the next thing we got to talk about is education. So in order to even qualify to even be accepted to a law school, you have to have what's called a bachelor's degree. That's 4 years of college. Your major can be in pretty much anything. I myself was criminal justice, and that helped me a little bit. It just kind of gave me an understanding of the criminal justice side of the law. A lot of my friends went for like political science, business, English, history. You can go to college for pretty much anything as long as you have a bachelor's degree. Once you graduate with a 4-year degree, the next step is to take what's called the LSAT. The LSAT is the law school admission test. They're pretty tricky, and they have different classes and books that you can take and buy in order to increase your score. You have to get like at least a 150 in order to get into law school. Okay, so once you take the LSAT and you have your bachelor's degree, the next step is to apply to different law schools. I would suggest you apply to maybe 3 or 5. This way your chances of getting in are really good. Usually what it consists of is filling out a packet. There's usually a writing sample, and then of course your transcripts, your grades, and your LSAT score. Usually it'll take a few months, and then what will happen is you get a letter in the mail saying you're accepted, just like getting accepted into college. Okay, so once you've applied to law school and you get into a law school, the next step, of course, is to go to law school. So law school lasts 3 years. The first year is when you take all of your required classes. The second year is when you still take some required classes, but you're taking more electives and you can focus on certain areas that you like and you find interesting. The third year is pretty much all electives, and that's when a lot of people, they do internships at local law firms, and that's really good because you're being exposed to other attorneys. You can see what the legal field's actually like, but also it's good for job opportunities because some of these law firms end up hiring their students and their what is it called when you're a student?
Students.
No, but your interns. They end up hiring some of your interns. Okay, so once you're done with law school, you've finished all your tests, you've completed your internships, the next thing to do is take the state's bar exam. So in America, every state has their own bar exam, and in order to be able to practice law legally, you have to pass that test to show the state and that state's bar association that you are qualified to practice law. Typically, the bar exam is broken up. Like for example, here in Florida, it's actually a 2-day test. It's about I think it was about 6 hours a day, 3 hours of multiple choice, 3 hours of break for lunch, 3 hours of essay, then 3 hours of essay the next day, break, 3 hours multiple choice. Once you get the results in, you have to get over a certain number in order to pass, just like every other test. And then you are officially a licensed lawyer. So if you want to practice law in other states, in theory, you would have to take that state's bar exam. However, some states do offer what's called reciprocity. So if you've been practicing for a number of years in one state, you can go practice in a similar state as long as you meet the requirements, and not every state offers that, only a small number. So after you pass the bar exam, you're officially licensed lawyer. Now comes the hard part, finding your first job. Typically, a lot of times, like some of my friends and myself included, they were offered their first job at their internship. And also when you go networking to different networking events, you meet lots of different people, and sometimes one of them can hook you up with a job. So that is essentially how you become a lawyer. So if you guys have any questions or any ideas about future videos, certain legal topics that you'd like me to discuss, please leave a comment and I will try to get back to you. Thank you.